Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Dear friends, here I would like to share with you some of my thoughts and my experience and some stories I heard to convey with my message. Life is very easy. Why do we make it so hard? At first, let me begin with a Greek myth of Icarus. We all know that myth. Icarus, a boy who was trapped in the labyrinth and he wanted to escape from that maze. Then his father, Daedalus, gave him wings made out of wax. He wanted to escape from that maze. And his father had warned him that do not close to the sun and do not close to the sea. You need to fly at a middle level. Then the boy, Icarus, saw the sun as a fruit and he wanted to go near that fruit, and he targeted the sun and flew towards the sun. Then his wings began to melt and he plunged into the sea dead. This is how we make our lives so hard. Our life is very easy. It's very easy. But we are making it very hard with our own mistakes and flaws. That's what I am going to say with you. And the other thing was, there was a Chinese old woman. She had two pots with her, and one of them was broken, and the unbroken pot, two pots, one pot is on her right hand and the other is on her left hand. She used to go miles to collect water, and while she returned home, the pot which has a hole on it, every time leaks water from it. Only she could bring home 1.5 pot of water. Because of that, the unbroken pot every time mock the broken pot. Then the broken pot was very sad, and the broken pot says to the old Chinese woman, "You need to throw me away. You don't need me. I am giving you all problems. I am the problem of you." Then the Chinese old woman replied to that pot, You don't know what's the value of yours. You are the reason for me to decorate my living room. The way I carry, the side I carry you with me is the only place which has flowers are bloomed on the way. That's how we see our lives. We see our life is very hard, but that's not the truth. We have a very positive side, but we don't recognize that. We only recognize the negative side of us. That's the problem of us. And I show you something. Do you know what the typography is? We all may be familiar with this typography. Hello. Every one of us may have seen Apple, Steve Jobs. Every one of us familiar with Apple. This is the calligraphy of Mac, iPhone. When we open, log on our Apple devices, we can see this hello on our devices. This logo has a very sad, very bad history. There was two couples. The lady was pregnant. They needed a baby for making that baby doctor or lawyer. After the birth, the baby was a boy. Unfortunately, the baby was a boy. They needed a girl, but the couples decided to hand over him to an orphanage, and from the orphanage, another couple adopted him and began to look after him. Thus, the boy started to, after growing and living with the new parents, the boy started to go to college. And the education expenses was very huge, and the working class parents could not afford that that kind of expense. Then the boy dropped out the college. Then the boy dropped out the college and went to the Reed College, which was the best calligraphy school of this district. Every student, every teacher of that college have a different skill in different kind of fonts, different kind of typography. Then the boy also learns every detail of what the typography and the calligraphy. He made a team to create calligraphy. Thus he creates the brand of standard Apple. Thus the typography, he adopted that typography into his personal computer. Now Microsoft, now every fonts we use in our digital devices is inspired from this typography. That is the life. If he had avoided every hopes, he could not success. That I have one thing to say you. It's awful to taste the medicine, but I guess the patient needed it. Thank you.